Thank you. Thank you for being here. What a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, isn't it? The water out there is just perfect and smooth. The sun is shining. We don't have to do anything for that to happen, do we? It just happens in the night. The sun comes up, the sun sets. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight of creativity and wonder and joy. If you're here for the first time, that song that we just sang is the Cherokee Morning Song. And Sally did such a wonderful job of translating the words for you in English.
And I said, you know, when they would go to Kim, she wants a good close-up, just like the podium and her chest. And we got to get her center more. Do you want to talk to her for a second? Go look at her camera and give her some pointers. Because if you look at her camera, you know, you'll see what she's seeing, what we're seeing. I need Kim's head in there better, too, because we're cutting off Kim's head.
And when we do those
I appreciate it.
ohms together,
She respects
I love the way that your lips vibrate. You know, the first time you do it, it's and then the next time, it's everybody's joining in, and then all of a sudden, it changes the whole vibration in the room until your lips are resonating at that frequency. And I just love that. When you come softly together and they're just a humming with that home. It's such a beautiful, beautiful experience. So here at the New Thought community of Gulfport, we are a non-denominational spiritual community brought together in love. We are all welcoming. Whatever your path, you are welcome here. I love that. I love that we come together in love, and that the person sitting next to you might not believe exactly the way you believe, but that we can all come together in love, respect, and joy, and celebrate the fact that we all know, no matter what name we call our source, that we are all of that same source, for there is only one presence and one power, and we are all part of that. And I love being part of this beautiful, wonderful community. And it's our second anniversary this week. So 2 years ago, October 24th, 2021, was our very first service, our very first coming together in love. We've been here in the casino for a year and a half. For when we very first started, we were in the backyard. And then we were in the backyard until Jana said, no, Franklin, we got too many people. So then we went to the rec center, and we were there for a couple months, and we outgrew it very quickly. And then we were expanding out onto the outside patio with outside speakers and inside speakers. And so then we came here to the casino to accommodate our greater growing numbers. And I love to see and know that we are still growing now. And we are a non-denominational New Thought community. We teach the teachings of all the New Thought amalgamation, all that unity, science of mind, all that it's not even named, ancient, timeless wisdom that we think of with a new thought. And we teach that, we understand that, with the main principles being that there is one presence and one power, and that God is good. God is good all the time, and God is within us, so we are good. And that then we take that in prayerful meditation, we co-create our life with God, and then we step forward and take action in our life. And that's one of the things we're going to be doing today. We have a peace ceremony. We have a light a candle for peace ceremony during today's service. It's going to be so amazing, and I so resonate with the words that Mother Teresa said with, I will not participate in an end-time war demonstration, but have a demonstration for peace, and I believe it. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to hold space for peace around the world without getting into the politics. We're just going to hold space for love, peace, and harmony. We're going to do that in prayer, in song, and in meditation. And it's going to be such a beautiful coming together of this community that I just can't wait for us to get there. So if you will stand and join us, we like to start our service with the great invocation. It's right there in your program. So if you don't know it, you can read along with us, or you can stay seated, whatever suits your body and your temple and your purpose. We are now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. And when we allow the world to manifest in that pure substance of love, there can be nothing but peace. So that's what we are going to be teaching and talking about today. We're in the 5th week of our fall book club with A New Earth and Eckhart Tolle. We're doing the peace ceremony, and we're celebrating our 2nd anniversary. We have cake. So after service, Bill and Derek brought cake, so we will have cake. And then our greater celebration will also continue on at our gala. So if you don't have your tickets yet for your gala, I'm just saying, you're going to want to be there. So, thank you. And Sally Morgan is leading our voices.
You can all stay standing because this song we're about to do, you need to get happy feet and have fun with it. So yeah, get your feet kind of happy and hit it, Jacob. There we go.
for the first time, go ahead and stand up. And our greeters are going to bring you a present, a gift from us to you, and also a golden ticket card for you to fill out so that we can keep in touch with you, and a candle if you don't have it. Did anybody not get a candle? I need you to stand up or raise your hand so we can bring you a candle because we're about to do the candle lighting ceremony. Terry, on our board of trustees, she's our treasurer, she's got the candles. Jacob, you want a candle back there?
Sure. I'll grab one.
All right. So everybody has a candle? So Bill and Bex, will you come on up? Bill and Bex are going to be our candle lighters. So the way that's going to work is I'm going to light their candles and then they're going to come down the aisle. So if you're on the end of the aisle, they're going to light your candle.
No one.
And you'll light the candles
Chris.
down the road. So if you have a lit candle, you're going to hold your candle straight up and down and let other people come to you so that we're not dripping wax on these beautiful new chairs.
I'll get it and we'll come back.
Because if we go like that with the light, we'll be dripping wax. So you hold it, if you have a lit candle, you hold yours steady and let somebody come to the flame. All right? So we'll have our candles lit during the prayer and during the song, and then we will extinguish them before the meditation. See how that works?
Good.
While they're lighting the candles, I'm going to share with you all my Marine Corps rose. Bill Plant gave me this rose. Bill's brother served as a Navy corpsman and during combat was attached to a Marine Corps unit and was a Navy corpsman taking care of Marines. So Marines call that corpsman a Marine. So this is in honor of Bill's brother. Sunny Beach Camp.
Oh, you're down. Thank you.
So we all have our candles lit. So let's just hold the space sacred. That all around the world, we are lighting the candle for peace. That all around the world, those suffering, experiencing atrocities of war, 3 different places around the world, right here and right now, that we offer love and comfort. Holding space that as a collective we can shift and change the world through our thoughts and our actions to bring peace to those who are hurting, who are suffering. And we do that by bringing into our heart see, if we radiate the love from within us, that is the God self within us, out to the world will know love, the world will know peace, the world will know harmony. And when I got Sally to sing for us, light a candle for peace.
Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around. Light a candle for me, light a candle for him, that I reach for peace and become true. Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, and our reach for world peace will one day come true. Seek peace around the world. 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 Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true.
So as we hold this candle for peace, we know and affirm that peace is a possibility. Peace is possible all around the world. And it first begins with us. It first begins in the heart. And so as we extinguish these candles, the smoke will take that prayer for peace to the divine creator. Whatever name you use, God, Goddess, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Christ, whatever name is your name for the one presence and the one power, your flame and your smoke will take that knowing, that yearning for peace to our Creator. And so it is.
And as we see the smoke rise to bring our hearts and soul to all life, known and unknown, seen and unseen, around the world, beyond the world, inside of ourselves, I invite you to place your feet flat on the floor, and if you would, put your hand, if you feel called, on your heart, and begin to listen to the beat of your heart. And imagine, if you will, that this smoke, this light that we just extinguished, lights up in each chamber of the heart. There are 4 chambers. We light within, number 1. And we move to the 2nd chamber of heart and ignite the light of peace and love. And into the 3rd, igniting the light of love and joy and laughter, radiant good health. And into the 4th chamber of the heart, lighting the light above, below, into the highest heart. The heart that can be broken and mended, where love is boundless and peace is found. And as you breathe and be, feeling the energy of the light, of peace, of joy, of harmony. Tune into the rhythm of your heart and remember that each of us is a unique work of art, and where we end, we start anew, loving me and serving you, one by one, 2 by 2. I am a creative God, divinity at work, of the stars and of the seas, a child of mother. Sail on the wind, navigate the breeze, Mother Earth is gone, bring me joy and harmony. I love you, so. And I invite you now to come back to the physical, emotional, spiritual, etheric body and feel the light of peace shine. Shine, shine your brilliance. Be a lighthouse of love and spiritual ease and grace, and all that serves us to nurture, support, and love, supports all to their highest good, wherever they are. May they be nurtured if they ask for help and support, nurture and love, to be nurtured and loved by all that nurture. So may, so may.
Hello again. I am going to be doing a song for you. Actually, this is the world premiere of this song. It is. It's a song I wrote. And this is the first time I've ever done it in front of an audience. Actually, in front of anybody. So, hopefully you're in for a treat. Now, there is an audience participation portion for this. I'm feeding you ahead of time so it goes smoothly. So, I'll be asking you something ago I was taught to silence my voice. Very deep, deep inside, I hid so they'd not see. Long ago knew I ought to hide my light away. Very deep, deep inside, I hid the best of me. No more excuses, no more self-abuses, no more apologies for my best qualities. I do not apologize for being fabulous, fabulous. I do not apologize for being me. I'm fabulous. Sing it. I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. You are fabulous. All are fabulous. Everybody. All are fabulous. Now shout it out. What do you not apologize for being? Just give me one word. I do not apologize for being awesome. Awesome. I do not apologize for being me. Everybody, I am awesome. Awesome. You are awesome. You are awesome. Awesome. Everybody. Awesome. All right. What do you not apologize for me? Huh? True. Not apologize for being truthful. Truthful. I do not apologize for being me. Everybody sing it. I am truthful. You are truthful. Are truthful. Everybody. Are truthful. One more time. Are truthful.
That was awesome. Thank you. That was fabulous. And I'm going to tell you all what's even more fabulous. You know, when Sally told me she was doing an original song, she was going to do a beautiful song, and it's the first time, that's all she told me. And when I give my message, you are going to hear that sentiment and those words echoed from my words, from her song. And I had no idea. The Spirit always weaves it this way. Spirit is a fabulous weaver of story and life. And it just comes out that way. When Reverend Ron and I'll say, we're going to split the service, we're going to split the message, you're going to do half of it, and I'm going to do half of it. We generally only say what the topic is going to be, and then it's so amazing how it just weaves together, whether it's me and Ron, or me and Maria, or Maria and Ron. Of course, they have that little together thing. So, you know, they get to cheat with each other. And it's just amazing how Spirit just weaves it all together exactly the way we need to present it in the way it needs to be heard. Because it's not coming from us. It's not coming from us. We're just channeling. So, So it's week 5.
Everything is looking just
And today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Shout loud, I am lucky to be what I am. And those are the wise words of Dr. Seuss. What am I? What I am. What I am. So on week number 1 of our book club with the New Earth, I shared with you that the ego cannot survive in the gaze of consciousness. And awareness that you are not the ego is all it takes to get rid of the ego. And awareness that you are the I. That I. You know that I shared with you on the first week. You know, when you say, I said to myself, self-talk, we all do it. Do we pay attention to it? I said to myself, are you the I in that sentence or are you the myself in that sentence? Because they're separate, they're different. I said to myself. So when we gain the awareness that we are the I, rather than the myself, the ego dies. You are no longer controlled by the ego. You are the I that is observing the ego. And that's the work that Eckhart Tolle does in this book, to teach us that we are not our ego. We are the I that is observing the ego. And this week, this coming week in your book clubs, or maybe you're doing it on your own, you'll read chapter 8 and chapter 9. You'll explore inner space and inner purpose and inner peace. So what better time to have our peace ceremony? Not just that that's what's happening in the world right now, that I felt a call that we should do that peace ceremony, but also in our book club. It's the week that needs to be acknowledged, that inner peace. And acceptance, that's when we find peace. And today has been so much about that peace. It's when we find that acceptance of living in the present moment. That's when we come to peace in our life. Acceptance, peace within. It's much about non-judgment, non-resistance, and non-attachment. When the ego serves the purpose of the soul, you become powerful. When your ego serves the purpose of your soul, that's when you become powerful. When you use your personality as a tool to further your life purpose, you take charge of your life, and your ego no longer controls you. And that's the place we grow to, the place we aspire to be, that place where ego is not in control of you, where you, the I, is in control of you. It's our goal and our job as human beings that are spiritual, vibrational beings. Our job is to allow the light of God to radiate through us, radiate from us out into the world, just like that flickering candle flame. That's our job, to be that flame for the world. So whatever it is you do that. That moment you recognize and realize that you are radiating out your God self, that is your moment of pure potentiality. That is the moment that infinite possibilities and endless opportunities become true for you. That moment when you know, I am pure potentiality, and I am me radiating out to the world. Source energy. all that is, all that have ever been, and all that will ever be. By whatever name you call it, the divine creator, maybe divine, maybe God, maybe goddess, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, Allah, Buddha, Jesus Christ, the Christ, whatever name you choose to use, Yeshua, Jehovah, whatever name you use, from the Old Testament to the New, and all the sacred texts in the world, it is one presence and one power, and that is our source. And when you tap into that part of you in that still small space right here, that still small space right here, that part of you that is connected to source, when you tap into that space that is connected to source, and you allow the source you to radiate out to the world, that is when you find you. That is when, in Dr. Seuss's words, you are youer than you. That's when you are truly you. When you accept that, receive that person, and then radiate that person out to the world, you are giving your gift, your unique and individual gift that you are put here to be. You are giving that to the world, and that's why each of us is here. You find the God within you, the goddess within you. You find the I of you. You evolve. You evolve emotionally. You grow spiritually. You awaken. You change. And you become the change that is needed in the world. For you are one being in the collective. And whatever you are influences and changes the collective. Just as one drop of water in that vast ocean creates the ocean, you create the consciousness, the collective consciousness. And you travel through your journey in this life with a great GPS, a navigation system through life. You know, I worked on fighter jets in the Marine Corps, and we called that TACAN. And that's what I worked on, the Tactical Air Navigation System. And now I think they probably just call it GPS. I don't know if they still call it TACAN, because it's been a long time since I've been in that world of aviation. But your personal GPS, a God-personalized system, GPS. It's personal. It's personal. Each of us has an I. Each of us has an I that goes beyond the ego. That I is found in our individual and personal relationship and connection to Source, not in the ego. Each of us is unique with a very personal relationship. And yet as we come together in community, we know that we are more alike than we are different. No matter how unique we are, when we come together in community, we are more alike than we are different. And Maya Angelou taught us that so beautifully. We are more alike, my friend, than we are different. We sit next to someone whose belief system is just a little bit different, maybe a whole lot different. And yet we come together in love, respect, and understanding that we each have an inalienable right to be. We each have an inalienable right to our own thoughts and to our own beliefs and to our own personal relationship with God. A right we are born with and a right that can never be taken away. And as you journey through your life, think about it. As you journey through your life, are you taking the package tour? Did somebody else come up with a tour and they put it all together? They chose all the highlights, the must-sees, the must-do, that you must experience this on the trip, through the journey. They created an itinerary for you. And you know what? You can go on that package tour and you can have fun and you can learn things that you didn't know about an area or about your own life. But are you really living it? If you're going on the package tour, are you really living in your joy? Or are you living what someone else thought was important for you to experience? That was important for you to see and to do and to know. But are you journeying in your own journey? Is your journey well planned? Is it mapped out? Mapped out by you or mapped out by someone else? For many of us, it was mapped out by someone else. We thought, this is the way you do it. This is the certification you have to get. This is the school you have to go to. This is how you have to do it. You know, Jesus wasn't a Christian. Was his journey well planned? He lived it. He lived the journey. Is your purpose down that side road? That side road you weren't even supposed to take or even see, but a side road that's remarkable. Reverend Maria and I were speaking earlier this week about a North Star, finding your North Star. And she told the story that when she and Ron met 35 years they've been married, 35 years ago, that it was a plan. He was actually supposed to meet a blonde. He was supposed to meet another woman. And then they met. And he walked away forgetting about the blonde he was supposed to meet. And he and Maria went off on this remarkable side road that was not planned for them. They weren't planned to meet. And look, 35 years later, there they are, happy and in love, and still living that life, going down those wonderful side trips, those side roads that nobody planned for them. But if your purpose is down that side road, maybe a remarkable, exciting excursion, that's for you to decide. It's your choice. Be at ease with not knowing every step before it's taken. You don't have to know the itinerary and go on that well-planned package tour, because something great might happen on the way, and you don't want to miss out on that. You live your life the way you choose, taking the route you create. And when you are connected to Source, fear is no longer a factor. Fear, that false evidence appearing real, blocks all your good from coming to you. It blocks all the good from manifesting for you. Connect with your own GPS, your very unique, God-personalized system to navigate through your journey. Let go of fear and embrace your inner space. That inner space where you are you. The you that is youer than anyone could ever be. The you that is you connected to God. That's you. That's the I that's observing everything else that's happening. Connect to that. And here at the New Thought community of Gulfport, I hope that we inspire you. I hope that we encourage you to explore and embrace your own personal relationship with God, even though that might look different than the person next to you. And I hope that you outpicture your life as the perfect manifestation of your answered prayers. That's all about, Donna Hale, who's our prayer team leader and the science of mind practitioner, that's what she teaches us. To outpicture our life, to change, and Reverend Ron calls it changing the story. Change the story. Outpicture your life the way you want it to be, not the way someone else told you it needed to be, or on the path someone else put you on. Follow your own life GPS, your very own God personalized system. See where that takes you. I predict you'll find a life of joy, of happiness, of peace, and most of all, a life filled with love. And we are all connected. As above, so below. As below, so above. As above, so within. Connecting with nature is a choice in the world in this day and time, in this present moment. Our ancestors had to live daily within nature. They tracked the moon not because they wanted to do a moon ceremony and a meditation out on a full moon. They tracked the moon because it made a difference in their life. It made a difference when they were hunting, because you sure don't want to go out and hunt that nocturnal animal when the light of the full moon's out there and it can see you just like daylight. You want to go in the dark of the moon. They used nature for survival of the elements and then searching for food and shelter. We are blessed. We have built our society where we don't have to do that. We live in houses, most of us anyway. We don't have to live in nature to survive. And yet we choose our sacred space where the sea meets the shore. I talked at the moon ceremony the other day about sacred spaces are those in-between spaces and in-between times, where the sea meets the shore. That's a space that holds sacredness all on its own. The sunrise and sunset, Peter Pan taught us that. When Tinkerbell said, we fly to the second star to the right and all the way to the morning. And she came at sunset and sunrise. So those children's stories hold a wealth of wisdom if we just listen. If we just listen and hear. When we choose to be in our sacred space, a sacred space in nature, we choose to be in nature when we can be without the hardship of survival in nature. Being in nature is the easiest way to see. It's the easiest way to know, and it's the easiest way to feel the connection with Source. Be still and know that I am God. It's never quite as powerful as when we are out in nature. Still, quiet, observant. If you go right down here to park at the other end of the beach and sit on a little swing, you will see the osprey that live in a nest up on the light pole. And you will see that osprey when they have chicks. The chicks are all being now grown out of the nest. But when they have chicks, you can sit there and walk around and see the chicks peeping and the mother and the father osprey coming to feed the babies. You can sit in that seat and watch the osprey diving for their dinner or for their breakfast in the water. You can observe nature, and there's no way to be more connected to God than to observe nature, to just be in it, to go down on this end of the street and sit for our meditation on Wednesday underneath that big tree. It's sacred, it's special. To sit there and watch the squirrels, to hear the birds, to hear the parrots, to hear the woodpeckers, to hear all the birds, and to experience that in nature. To go out on the water and see the dolphin. There's nothing quite so joyful when I'm doing Reiki on someone and I seal each chakra towards the end of every session. My visual that I get when I'm sealing joy and love in someone's heart chakra are what I call dancing dolphins. The dolphins as they're playing in the water. For me, that's So that's what I seal. That's my visual. And I seal that energy in the hardship, those dancing dolphins. Even if it's just a ladybug that comes and lands on you while you're sitting out in nature. Just be observant. Just be close to spirit, close to source. It's our nature to love. On Martin Luther King Sunday, I said to you, we are born loving. We learn fear. We are born loving. We learn prejudice. We are born loving. We learn judgment. We are born loving. We learn hate. We are born loving. If we return to that, there is no hate, no prejudice, no fear. There's only love. And that's a song we sing that I love. There's only love. There is only love when we allow there to be only love. And that is the greatest spiritual journey. To get back to that pure place of love we are born into. Love is simple. Don't complicate it. Love is beyond ego. Love just is. Love is. Just as the sun comes up in the morning and sets in the evening. You can be out here on this beach all day and you can watch the sunrise over here. And then you can sit over here and see a beautiful sunset right over here. Love is. Whether or not we know it is there. Whether or not we can see it. Whether or not we even believe it. Love is. To find love, you must first be love. You must first get still and connect to that still small space and be love. I want you all to bring to your mind something you love about yourself. Something you love about yourself. Something you're not ashamed of. Something you will not apologize for. Bring that to your mind. Did it come quickly? Or did you have to think about it? A few months ago, I watched a video of a teacher who was making a positive difference in the lives of his second grade students. And he had a mirror, a full-length mirror in his classroom set up. And he starts each morning with lining them up in order, and they walk up to the mirror and they say one thing that they love about themselves. Now these are second graders, so usually whatever the first or second person says, they all say that. They all say that. I am big. I am smiley. I am beautiful. I am smart. But what a wonderful thing he is teaching them, to love themselves, to love something about themselves, because I'll tell you, not every child experiences that at home. Not every child gets to have that. When, last year, 2 years ago, for 2 years, I taught in the Southside schools at an after-school program, and I taught them Native American spirituality. And then before we were done, before we were finished, I would bring little medicine bags, and I would bring little totem stones, like little turquoise turtles, little moonstone doves. So I would bring them rocks and crystals to put in their little medicine bag, and we would go out on a walk, and then I'd find a feather and put in their medicine bag. And some of the kids, what I was shocked at, some of the kids had no concept that this was theirs and it was private. And it was their choice whether to share it with anybody or not. That mom and dad or brother and sister did not have a right to look in their medicine bag unless they said it was okay. And that was so empowering to see that on their face, that you mean it's mine and I don't have to let anybody else have it? And the teacher, afterwards, the teacher said, thank you so much, because many of these children have no concept of that. that they are the boss of it. That's why I said, you are the boss of that medicine bag. You get to say. And it was just so empowering to see their little faces light up, that they were the boss of something. Because they didn't get to be the boss of something. So I want you to practice that self-love this week. Tell yourself you're the boss of that. Tell yourself you're the boss of that. You're the boss of the words you say. You're the boss of the words you hear. You're the boss of the words you say to yourself. So get in front of that mirror and tell yourself something you love about yourself. That's your spiritual homework for the week. Because the words you say, when you say, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am fabulous, I am awesome, I am amazing. If you're ever wrong, you say, I am ridiculously amazing. Those words you say after you say the words I am, those words are powerful and they come looking for you. They come looking for you. So get some of those in your life. Don't you walk up to that mirror and say, I'm old. I'm so old. Or I'm so tired. If you say you're old, those wrinkles are going to, that's all you're going to see. I don't see them. I never see them. And if you say, I'm so tired, well, you better go take a nap and get over it. Because that's all you're going to feel. No matter what you're going to do, you're going to feel tired. And if you are saying to yourself, oh, I'm fat. Man, those calories that Beck sets on her plate are going to jump on my plate. It's, yeah, no one don't even say that. So don't invite that into your life. And the secret to getting those words, your words and your thoughts, choose to be blessed, choose to be young, choose to be energetic, choose to be fit and healthy. No inviting lack or disappointment or struggle, no complaining, no explaining, no complaining. That should be your new motto. No explaining, no complaining. Because, and I don't know if you've noticed, but on our social media, in the morning I sit and I write the daily word, and then I write another quote, and generally it'll be something from Science of Mind or Ernest Holmes. And sometimes it's from the magazines. Many times it's from the magazine, the daily word, because people love that, or the Science of Mind book, 365 Science of Mind, where he's got a daily thing. And sometimes they're just my own. Sometimes I want to share this today. I want to do what I like that daily word. I want my own word. So sometimes it's just my own. And this week, I shared an Ernest Holmes quote that I'm going to share with you now in case you didn't catch it. I fast from all ideas of lack. I feast on the idea of abundance. And that's a little bit of Ernest Holmes. I fast on all ideas of lack. I feast on the idea of abundance. Isn't that a beautiful thought? Yes. So know it's all within your power, in your self-talk, to feast on the idea of abundance. Don't let that lack come in. Because our mind, we think much quicker than we talk or we act. Dr. Phil will tell you that. And yet, we have so many thoughts going through our head. If those thoughts are negative, you're reinforcing the wrong thing. Reinforce the positive. Say that I am healthy, I am beautiful. And you know what? You're going to look different. You're going to act different. And we are all more alike than we are different. And in Ephesians, God said, you are my masterpiece. You are my masterpiece. I want you to go ahead and believe that. I want you to show out and let everyone know how amazing you are. How amazing your God is, that your God created this masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. Own it, claim it, proclaim it, for you are. I want you to live that in your I am. I am God's masterpiece. I am God's masterpiece. Oh my. And then the infinite possibilities, the pure potentiality that you are going to step and knowing that you are important and you make a difference. And you know what? Making it. We all put so much store on making it. Well, when I make it, I'm going to do this, or when I make it, I'm going to do that. Life is not a competition. And I know many of you who know me thought, I can't believe her that Kimberly just said that. Does she even believe that? Because much of my life has been about competition. I was a competitive athlete in college and beyond college. While I was in the Marine Corps, I was a competitive athlete all over the world. That was my purpose, or that's what I thought my purpose was in life. To be the best in the world, that's something. To be the best in the world, to win the gold medal, I thought that was my purpose. Back then, I thought the gold medal was the ultimate marker, the indicator that I had made it. To win the gold medal would tell the world, I achieved the goal. I did it. I did it. But if only the gold medal winner makes it, what does that say for the thousands who didn't win the gold medal? Yeah, no, they make it too. And my personal experience taught me that it really is about the journey and not about the medal. Not about the prize and not about the accolades. Because when 1980 came around, I was number 2 in the world. They expected that I would win a medal. And what happened? The United States Congress boycotted the Olympics. We didn't even get to go. Because they were in Moscow. And Russia was occupying the Middle East. Well, that's just new. Did it change anything? But the journey, attaining the goal, meeting my own personal goal, that was the prize. But I wasn't quite on that page yet. I still thought the gold medal was the prize. So I went in the Marine Corps instead of finishing school. I was a junior, about to become a senior, and went into the Marine Corps because back then there was no way for a woman to continue in sports after college. Your college career was all there was, and once that was done, there weren't professional athletes in women's sport, those sports, track and field at that time. So I thought, well, how am I going to continue to compete until 84? Well, the Marine Corps presented a solution for that. You can come and be on the all-inter-service team, the all-Marine team, and compete internationally for the United States Marine Corps and on Team USA. So I went, okay. So I was a track and field competing United States Marine who did my job and also competed. It's all about competition for me back then. And it was all about the possibility of showing that I was the best in the world and winning that medal. So again, I made the qualifying standard, and every one day in the Marine Corps and the United States Navy thought I might win a medal. It was a good possibility. And so they had this big plan of doing a recruiting video of me receiving the medal in my dress blue uniform. And had it all planned out. God had other plans. Because I got married the year before. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling sick, and I was never sick a day in my competition. Never sick. Turns out I was pregnant with that big, tall young man that you all have all met, Jerry. So I didn't compete again. Ooh. So it wasn't about the medal. It was just about the journey. It wasn't about the competition. It was about me proving to myself that I could do it. I didn't need that external medal to prove anything. It was all about me learning within myself that I am worthy. It wasn't about the competition. So twice I thought I was going to be going for the gold. And twice God plans. And it was never about the medal. It was always about the experience and what I learned about me on the journey, how I became the. So I'm going to close where I began and say, today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Let the ego fall away through your awareness of it and know that you are you, which is greater than any man. Knowing you, finding you, is greater than any accolade anyone else can give you. And my own quote for you today is, when you tap into that part of you within that is connected to Source, and you allow the Source you to radiate out to the world, that is when you find you. And so it is. And I'm doing this up too. So you remember Maria's not here. All right. Thank you, Bill. Let's give Bill some love. Bill Platt is the Vice President on our Board of Trustees. Yes, we love and appreciate you. And he's our coffee guy. Yes, so if you ever enjoy coffee and all the refreshments, I let the Gulfport Police Department know this morning that we offer that. So if y'all start seeing some police officers coming in at the beginning of service for coffee and donuts and treats, you'll know that we're not in trouble. They've just been invited to come and share the coffee and conversation with us. Yes, because we are abundant that way, and we share. And what a beautiful sharing you always bring for us. The strawberries, you have the best strawberries. Have y'all had those strawberries? I go to Publix to get strawberries, and they're never as good as Bill's strawberries. I don't know, he has a special touch of choosing strawberries. He sprinkles them with fairy dust. Yes. So now is the time when we are able to give back to our community in an abundance of prosperity. And just as Charles Fillmore and Ernest Holmes both taught, they both have quotes about when we give, we receive back 100-fold. And we do, absolutely. I never saw such great prosperity in my life as when I was giving freely, absolutely. Tithing more than they say you're supposed to tithe. Freely I give and freely I receive. And you will find that when you experience that in your life personally, whether that's giving of your time, your talent, your treasure, whatever way you are giving, you will find an abundance return to you. Absolutely 100% all the time. And so as we say the abundance prayer as a blessing over our offering together, we say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you do for your community. The abundance of God is my infinite source. I now open my heart and my mind to give and receive all God's good, all God's prosperity, all God's abundance. As God is my source, all things are possible. And so it is. And so it is.
There was a time in my life when I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are dismayed,
Chris.
Struggling just to make it through another day. You got to let it go. Let it all go. Excuse me. Let it all go. And this is what you had to say. My release and I let go. Let the spirit of my life and my heart is open wide. It's not only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, I release and I let go. Let the spirit of my life and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
All right. Well, this is the portion of the service where we're winding down, and I just want to say a really hearty congratulations to anyone who started this amazing journey with us 2 years ago. Like Reverend Kim said, we started in the garden. It was a sweet, sweet journey. So today we're going to celebrate with a sweet piece of cake after service. So thank you for all being here and being part of this amazing journey that we're on. It's been incredible to see this community grow. And with that in mind, growing our community is what our gala is all about on November 4th. So participation, getting a ticket, getting your friends together to come and celebrate this wonderful event with us on November 4th. Tickets are $35 and $50, and we are selling tickets today after service. If you want to buy them online, you can do that as well. I do also want to say that we are putting together a really nice commemorative booklet for the evening. In this booklet, it will have all the auction items. It will have information about the sponsors who came forth and sponsored Step Inside the Box. But we do have an opportunity for all of you to do something called a legacy box. You will get a half page in the booklet, and you can put anything in it you like. It can be a memory, it can be a quote, it can be a picture, it can be something that you want to put in, kind of like Reverend Kim said last week, like a yearbook snapshot of something that you may want to celebrate in your life. So those are the orange trifolds that are at the information table, and you'll see an orange slip inside. You can do one of two things. You can fill that out, or you can email us on the back your information, and we can take payment. It's $50. We can take payment by a check, or we can do Venmo, or you can pay here at service. So that's coming up on November 4th. And I know all of you are buying tickets because I saw a line earlier today, so I really appreciate that. We're looking forward to a really wonderful evening. Also, this week, if you look in the back of your booklet, we have a wonderful calendar. The calendar tells you everything that's happening, so you can reference that, and it really does help for upcoming events. There is an upcoming event next Sunday, Reverend Kim? which is the Science of Mind for every day. Yep, that's going to be at Neptune's at noon, so tickets are available for that. There is limited seating, so if you're interested in that event, that is taking place next Sunday. And then just to jump ahead to next week, a full week ahead, we are going to be doing, you know what, this is the men's club. I'm going to have to double check and see what night we're doing men's club, because Tuesday nights we are normally doing a book club, so I will verify the date of the men's club and let everyone know via email. Other than that, I think someone had asked, is it still possible to do an auction item? This is the last week if you want to donate something for the Step Inside the Box auction, so we're able to take that this week, but it will close off this week because we're going to be putting the booklet together. So stay after service, have a slice of cake. I will tell you it's vanilla chiffon with strawberries, fresh strawberries in the center. So even though it's fall, I thought that would be kind of a really nice way to finish off the day. Reverend Kim, is there anything else that you can think of? I don't know if you can hear her. After service, there'll be an informational new member meeting if you want to stay after and learn a little bit more about what we do here. And I think
Last month for that informational meeting, I failed to have a sign-in sheet. So if you could sign in on the sign-in sheet so that we can make sure your name is correct on your certificate that we'll give you on Friendship Sunday, I would appreciate that.
okay, perfect. All right, I think we're going to finish off the service. Oh, Sam. There you are.
Let's all stand and do the peace song together. Let there be peace on earth.